when we moved here, I had decided, okay, I'm not doing the gallery walls. Those are out. I need to get rid of some of this art. This is honestly sort of. My friends say it was a manic episode. I don't think it was. The art is all collected. It's from different thrift stores, different websites. Some of them I have hung in my different family members' homes. Some of them I've cut out of books, you know, home goods, even some of it. From there, I've added and added and added until there is really, I mean, honestly, without moving things, no space on the wall. I found these curtains at a local thrift store, and I've always loved balances like this. I remember in the JCPenney catalog as a little boy looking at them and being like, "Mom, these." She's like, "No, Ryan, we don't need curtains like that." I saw them, they were so cheap, and I bought every single one they had. There were 5 valances and 6 panels. And so I sat on them for probably a year almost, and then it struck me one day, oh, that's sort of a separate room. It'd be such a cute, like, getting ready area, even though it's too small for me to get ready in, but it looks like it's, functional like that. These, I believe, were a wedding present from one of my great grandparents to them as a newly married couple, and they hung in the bedroom until I took it probably in 2020 or 2021. I've added so much to it. I actually have been meaning to get on the ladder and take these tassels off of it. It was an experiment. All of my friends make fun of me because of the cord sleeve or turtleneck, whatever you want to call it. I hate a cord. I will completely change a vignette if you can see the cord. Those are fabulous though, because sometimes you really do, like in this case, have to see the cord, and it just looks so much fancier. But everybody laughs. Who do you think you are, Ron? You got to cover your cord. You can't show your cord. Like, no, I actually can't. This might be my favorite part of the entire space. I absolutely adore it. All of my little jewelry things, none of it's really worth that much. There's a few pieces that are, but a lot of them are. I have memories with the specific, when I was wearing them, who bought them for me, where, why I bought them for myself, whatever it may be. My photos here, these are, important people in my life. People who aren't here are still important. It's always a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. This clock here, it's probably my first big purchase in the apartment since we moved to Richmond. I got it at a consignment store in Richmond, and it was on a ridiculous markdown. I couldn't believe it. I asked, is there supposed to be another zero, at least one more zero after that? And the guy was like, no, it's that cheap. Nobody buys clocks, apparently. And he told me the reason he thought this one wasn't selling was because it was so thin. See, it's mounted to the wall, but it looks like a grandfather clock. And he said that the people that would be interested in something this ornate and this bold would most likely have the space and the funding to get an actual grandfather clock that was this ornate. So he thought that, that was probably the reason it wasn't selling. But me looking fabulous on a budget, sure, I'll absolutely eat that up. In here, this is kind of like it's a salon, if you will, almost, of like, we entertain through here. We spend all of our time hanging out in here. Love my new couch, and so it started off as, I'm going to throw this blanket down to protect the fabric, the velvet on it, because I didn't want it to get mashed with that harsh light before we had the liner curtains. I didn't want it to fade, and so I threw the blanket over it, and then I found another blanket that went really well with the blanket. And now we have probably 15 blankets on the couch, but it's very nice because you don't have to get up to get a blanket. You just kind of wiggle until you're under something. And these are my absolute favorite thing that I own, I would probably have to say. They are oil lamps, but they, if you look, are shaped like candles and candlesticks, and the oil goes all the way down in the stick, which I think is just so cool. I don't have the wick cut that long, but it does go all the way down in there. And then you light it, and it has like it looks like it's melting. It's got the wax melt drops, but it's blown glass. They're extremely fragile. I found 3 at a very nice little antique store in Middleburg. This is a work in progress. Kind of started off with the intention, since there's so much color and so much just stuff in the other spaces, this was going to be black and white with maybe earth tones, some gray even. But that was it. The reason that it's not that way, and that we started to pull some color in, I bought this lamp with the leopard print. I thought that I had the treasure of the year from the thrift store. I got it home and did some research, looked into it. It's from Kmart. Whatever, who cares? Cool. I don't think they're in business anymore, but definitely thought it was a little more posh than that. I found that art to pull in the colors from that. I tried to pull in the colors from those two pieces with the bedding. Bedding, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I love it. Time will tell. I don't think I've ever loved anything long enough for it to stay. I change things every day almost. I mean, I can't think of the last time I sat on the couch and watched TV and didn't rearrange or restack or recoordinate something. This little window here, I love it. Cleo likes to sit up there, and she just watches traffic. She kind of does it in between her naps in the morning and in the afternoon before we get back from work. This was sort of a makeshift curtain. It was just so harsh in here. Again, I didn't go to the trouble, and probably should, but I don't know. We don't have the liner curtain in here. That's just an old, it's actually not old. It's a newer version of an old tapestry that I thrifted years ago. Found that at a local antique store as well, actually. And so I had recently, at the time, found a painting that was very similar, but it was of a seascape, and it was bright red skies. I assume it was something to the effect of the red sky at night, sailor's delight, red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. So, but anyway, it was all red, and I loved it. And I saw this, and it was all green. And so, unfortunately, I'm trying to pull the green out in here, so I needed it in here. But before, I had them hanging together, and it was so nice since they contrast. For a while, I was on the hunt for monochromatic landscapes. I still am. You know, my ISO list is, like, I mean, it's probably a book, or I don't even know, like a script, a text, a scroll, I don't know. My name's Ryan Linkous. I'm with Bricolage by RWL, and thank you for visiting my apartment. I hope you enjoyed it.